It is Wassup Flobo, the show where I sit here and I tell you what's on my mind and what's going on and all of that. How is everyone doing out there? I understand that these are extreme circumstances and I understand that everyone's going through some stuff, but hopefully you can rock with me for just a little bit while. I'm okay. I'm sitting here broadcasting from Los Angeles, Culver City, Palms, West LA, whatever you want to say. And it's I figured that I just do like the one episode talking about my interpretation or my perspective during this lockdown slash self quarantine thing. I don't want to make it an entire thing because I know if you're like me, you're just tired. Bro, I am just tired of the memes and the jokes and everyone's hot takes and how many comedians that I've seen are hacked that had videos about paper being drug deals, or how many times that we said we're not going to drink that beer anymore. I just can't do it anymore. And the thing is, I'm not that person. I'm not that kind of person who says, you know what, this is a cheesy joke. This is not my thing. But the collective low-hanging fruit grabbing is killing me as a creative. I'm on social media. If you guys are following on social media, at Flowbeats on Instagram or at Flobo Boys on Twitter, I've gone more or less silent, not because I feel any kind of way. I just can't deal with the cornball. I can't deal with the cheese. Why is everyone thinking they're experts? Why is everyone thinking they're funny? Why does everyone think? You know what the sad part is? You got me ranting right out the gate. You know what the sad part is? There are many times I sit in my room and I have a to-do list. And he goes, hey, Flobo, if you want to be a comedian, you got to write comedy today. And a couple days go by and I don't write new material. And I was like, man, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I should just give it up. But then I see so many people do such lame stuff. I just go, man, the world needs people like me. Is that cocky? Is that cocky? I don't know. Okay, so enough about that. So it's Wassup Flobo. It's actually day 3 for me personally, as far as being self-quarantined. I came back from Florida on Sunday and did like a last grocery run and all that. So I'm in here day 3. I went for a jog yesterday to try to get the cardio in there. But yeah, it's pretty much been me and Netflix. Of course, most of my jobs as a creative are all of them. I'll lay them out for you. I'm a DJ, wedding DJ. I'm a event MC. I'm a stand-up comedian. Sometimes I work at the Belasco Theater here in Los Angeles. It's like a big performance venue. All of those things are shut down because they involve crowds, right? And a lot of couples have canceled their weddings or postponed their weddings and trying to figure that out. So the actual number of inquiries are drying up. I don't really know how long it's going to last because you have to think about the actual the issue, the pandemic, and then you have to think about like the recovery time. Are people going to trust doing things for a while? And it's kind of funny because people are always asking me, hey man, how are you holding up during this thing? Are you worried about your livelihood? And the answer is yes. Personally, I've gone through more stuff mentally in the beginning of this year. I think that was a lot more difficult for me. It was a brand new year, brand new living situation. It was the dead of winter, so no one was booking. I was in a worse mental space than this. Perhaps ironically, there are a lot more people suffering, so I don't feel nearly as bad, and I still have a roof over my head for the time being. Even though, sidebar, my property management company are a bunch of slumlords, man. They are not that good. And they're probably going to find this and probably use this to evict me. But so everyone's going crazy talking about how they're going to afford rent and stuff. And I got 2 emails from my property management company this week. One of them saying, hey, we're continuing to monitoring the situation. I just want you to know that we will be no longer able to accept checks face-to-face. Pay your rent online. And then 2 days later, I got another one saying, hey, by the way, we're no longer accepting checks face-to-face, pay online, and we'll be wiping down the laundry rooms a little more often. We're doing it for you. It's like, you are just so tone deaf. You're basically saying, whatever happens outside, make sure your rent's paid. Just say so. Why even say anything at all? Why even try to come off as being helpful? These are things you have to laugh at, really, because, this is uncharted territory. No one knows what to do. My parents call me for different reasons. My mom calls me because she's concerned about her baby boy. And my dad, he is a card-carrying Republican. And on Fox News, they always use California as an example of what happens when the liberals take over the the rule of law, I should say. So he's like, hey man, I heard a lot about California. How's it going on out there? And I told him, hey, there's a line for the grocery store, and some stores have minimums for essential items, but not too bad. And he goes, well, why don't you move? Or this is what happens when states break away from the rule of law. And it's like, it is not the time to get political. And for those of you listening now, I don't agree nor disagree with what my dad says. It's just like, bro, it's more important. I am okay. That's the thing you should be asking me, not about governments or not about political dealings and stuff. Mom calls me up and she's all like, hey, if you need anything, let me know. And it's like, Ma, I just need you just to call every couple of days, make sure I'm all right. But yeah, so I've heard me the most of it. I'm doing the whole Netflix thing with less clients to worry about. I've told myself I'm going to clean my room. This doesn't look so bad, but I have like so much stuff here, and I haven't cleaned my bathroom in a long time. So that's actually on the docket for me today, is just to sit there, refocus, and who knows, maybe cleaning up my space might inspire me to write and create more things. How's it going with you over there? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments below. And of course, I'm over on social media as well. I actually have plans in the next couple of days or so to do more episodes of New Amsterdam Radio, or just to focus on what is important for me. There's really not much you can do. And it's weird because I know there's another set of jokes about there about introverts being happy about the situation. And I consider myself a bit of an ambivert. Like I perform for people, but most times I like to be home and decompress. And even when I stay home all day, I would like to go to the store and peruse and browse, or I might go to the local bar just for like a drink and to leave. And it's so small, it's a small part of my day that you're thinking of being home inside all day. It's like no big deal. But when those are taken off the table, you're like, oh my gosh. Like for me, I signed up for a gym membership just because I got tired of running and I wanted to switch up my workout. I go to the gym like twice a week. So I don't even go hardcore. I just go just enough to maintain the shape and not have that option. It's like, well, now what do? I can work out at home, but that's not why I got a gym membership for. You know what I'm saying? Like I can drink at home, but that's not why there are bars, But that's the only slight things. But other than that, this week, if you guys have been checking this out on AfterBuzz, you'll notice that we are Zooming from our house. Looks like Zoom is the undisputed champion of video conferencing during this whole thing. You know what? I think because they're like encrypted, which is pretty cool. So the shows that we're working on are still going forward. Got a chance to sit here and watch it at home and perform for you guys there. So shout out to AfterBuzz for making that happen and making that a possibility. As for me, the next couple of days, it's all about getting caught up in the housekeeping part of things and trying to keep it safe as possible. We don't know what this is. We don't know what it means. We don't know how long to stretch, how long it's going to go for. But I'm hoping, as long as with the millions of people, my brethren in entertainment and hospitality, that it ends fairly soon and quickly. I actually ordered takeout yesterday, even though in theory I shouldn't be able to, because as the weeks go on, money will be tight. I did because, hey, look, they're still delivering pizzas and they still need their tips to pay for extra stuff. So if you guys do get takeout, make sure you tip heavy. As I mentioned on Twitter, make sure you tip heavy. And if you're a kind of person who never tips anyone, just change the vibe today or for the next couple of weeks, because I know how hard it is out there. Yeah, man. Other than that, keeping it cool, keeping it chill. This is California, Southern California, how we're dealing with it. No one's really out in the street. The traffic's pretty light. I'm okay. I'm in a nice mental space. Thanks for you guys for checking in. I promise we're going to go back into more normal stuff on the next edition of Wassup Flobo, but I figured that it'd be kind of tone deaf, like my property management company, if I didn't mention it at all of what's going on. I got about like 2 days of cool rations, like if I ate everything I wanted to and just the good stuff. But I have about a week and a half of like rations, so I'm good with the food there too. If you guys want to send me alcohol, please let me know. I'll definitely send you my address. I'm just kidding. Hope you guys said Patty's Day was great. I had this cool shirt I was going to wear. Never got around to it. Maybe next year. But until next time, man, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Flobo Voice, on Instagram at Flopito. If you can spare a dime during these tough times, buy a t-shirt at Flopito.threadless.com. And of course, until next time, y'all, peace out.